Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Straphabit 19mm Tropic Retro Style FKM rubber quick release strap, and comparing it to the Seiko silicone Tropic style strap. Neither of these are Tropic rubber straps. That's a trademark name. And that company is still in business, and their straps are about $100, but they only offer them in 20mm, so that would not, well, I have seen pictures where it does work on this, but it looks a little squished, but I wanted to stay with 19mm straps for the 19mm lugs. And I just put it back on the Seiko strap. I'm wearing that for a few hours here, and you can see I still have the impressions here on my wrist. You can see the buckle and everything, so I guess maybe it's a little bit too tight, but anyway, let's get into the video here. So as I mentioned, these are this strap is FKM rubber, made by Straphabit. Price for the 19mm is $34, and then 20, 22, and 18 are $30. So paying a little bit of a premium for the 19mm width, and these do have quick release spring bars. These are not the fat spring bars that Seiko uses, but it actually doesn't make that much of a difference. I didn't really pay attention to it until I put it on these straps, and I could kind of wiggle the strap around on the case, but this one has play as well, so it's a very small difference, and the difference in the diameter is fractions of a millimeter anyway, so I would not let that hold you back from purchasing these straps here. The silicone is very slippery on the back side, which is surprising, but then this side has some grip. I think that's mainly to the texture, but I really don't know. I'm surprised how slippery it is on the back compared to this part on the front. Maybe it's a two-shot, maybe it's a different formula of silicone on the back than on the front. So something to keep in mind there. And then this, it kind of looks like a Tropic strap, but it's not. These holes should be pierced through, and then these holes are a little bit larger than this here. So this looks much more like what would be on the 1965-62 Moss, which this is a recreation of. This is the Seiko SJE093. Just holding it in my hands, I mean, it doesn't feel as nice as the Straphabit strap. If you've never had a FKM rubber strap, you should just buy one for your most modern watch and try it out. It makes a big difference. And then you can see the patterns on the back here. This has a little more airflow. You have these square cutouts on a diagonal pattern here, and then you kind of have that here, but not really. So okay, getting more into the comparison here, the Straphabit strap is a little bit shorter, 210mm overall for both pieces versus 216 for both pieces here, but this piece is 140 versus 130 in length, so 10mm shorter there. But on this side, we're looking at 80mm versus 76. So a little bit shorter on this end. The buckle on the Seiko is nicer. It's a milled. Actually, they both look like they're milled. But this tang is definitely stamped, and that is a milled tang there. And the buckle on this is more substantial, and it's got a high polish to it as well. I prefer the buckle on the Straphabit. I do like this tang more, but a stamped tang is fine. I really don't see you bending that, so it works just fine. The Seiko does have a metal keeper, which you think would be an upgrade, but is really not an upgrade. Metal keepers, they just don't work. I really don't care for how they look, and I definitely don't care about how they function. They do not have as much grip as the rubber keepers. I've not had this one flip out on me, but I haven't really worn it that much. This one here, I had the tip, I had the keeper just on the very edge of the tip, and it never came out on me. So You do have ridges on the Tropic style strap, and that helps a lot with keeping it retaining the strap in there. Both have the same amount of taper from 19 down to, well, 18. I didn't measure the very tip, but inside the buckle is 18 on both of them. So they essentially look the same there. And then the thickness, right here, we're at 6 millimeter on the Seiko, and it tapers down to 3.5 on the thickness. And then Straphabit is thinner. We are at 5 millimeter, and it tapers down to 3. So that kind of leads to be a little more pliable and easier to wear, or it feels better on wrist. But also the compound to the FKM rubber is just more comfortable than silicone. I also measured the weight as well, and this surprised me. The Straphabit weighs in at 28 grams, and the Seiko, both straps, weighs in at 25 grams. The buckle's more substantial, it's a little bit longer. The spring bars are a little bit bigger as well, and then there's a metal sleeve inside here. So must just come down to the density of the silicone and the density of the rubber. So let me get this on wrist, and then I'll take it off wrist, and we'll take a little bit closer look at the straps here. This has become one of my favorite watches. Looking at it in pictures and video, it just didn't do anything for me. And I actually bought it sight unseen. My friend Clayton was selling it, and I just had to jump on it. So I'm really happy that I did purchase this watch. It will definitely be in my 12 watch collection. I'm trying to get down to 12 watches for my personal collection. So I'll still keep some watches around for reviewing straps and things like that and comparisons. But anyway, that's a different topic. But yeah, you can see this thing just kind of sticks out there. I don't think I really, yeah, you know, I don't remember putting it that high up on there because I would be afraid of it kind of scratching the case and also popping out. So it is just a little bit longer. That 10 millimeter makes a difference. I'm trying to think, with this one being shorter, that should not affect how far this one sticks out. So I still think it's a 10 millimeter difference. It's about a half an inch, right? A little bit less than half an inch. All right, let me get this one off wrist, and then I'll get, actually I'll compare these straps side by side a little bit more closely. So here's a closer look at the back side of these straps. So Seiko's on the bottom here, which you can probably tell by the word Seiko on there. Hopefully you can make that out. But then here's the spring bars sliding out, and they do have these metal sleeves in here. I'm not sure why they do that, but anyway, they're in there. And then here's a look. These spring bars are pretty thick, more so in the body, and then the tips are a little bit thicker as well. Hopefully you can see that there. I mean, that's maybe 1 or 2/10 of a millimeter, so it's really not that much more sloppy on the watch. So anyway, here they are side by side. I'm not sure how to demonstrate. This is just something you have to feel for yourself, but how much softer the FKM rubber is. And as far as longevity and all that, I really don't know which one's going to be more long lasting. Probably the same. I mean, they should last forever. I know natural rubber straps will break apart after a while. But anyway, that might be a good demonstration if I can get this. Yeah, so you can kind of see how fast the silicone just springs back. So just kind of imagine how that contours to your wrist. It really doesn't, and it kind of shows that too. Okay, let's get it on the Straphabit strap, and then we'll close out the video. If you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Liking the videos really helps me out. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy these types of videos. Release videos about 3 times a week. Yeah, and this is a limited edition, and I didn't remember what the number is on this, so it looks like I have 465 of 1965. So again, 1965 is when the original 62 Moss was released for sale. It's a very cool design. So the Seiko, looks like the hole patterns may be a little bit closer on that Seiko strap. But I like the look and feel of this one more. It looks like a tropic strap. And I wore the keeper really right out there, right towards the tip. Maybe even a little bit more, but I like to keep the tip down. I don't want the tip of this flopping around. So there we go. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for your time and thank you for watching.